Hello everyone, welcome to this video. In this one, we're going to finish up the series of labs that we started, looking at high availability IaaS options within Azure. So mainly you're using Azure virtual machines and with many different configurations to provide high availability. So in the last four labs that we did, we started with the availability set, then we used the high availability using availability zones, and for the first two labs we used Azure Load Balancer and put the availability set or the virtual machines behind the Azure Load Balancer. Then we started using the Azure Virtual Machine Scale Set behind an application gateway. In the last lab, we did the automatic horizontal scaling of Azure Virtual Machine Scale Set, and in this lab, we're going to finish up the high availability option by looking at how you can do vertical scaling of Azure Virtual Machine Scale Sets. So let's go to the lab again. This is the exercise 5 that we're going to complete. There are two main tasks: scaling compute resources of Azure Virtual Machine Scale Set instances and scaling storage resources of Azure Virtual Machine Scale Sets. So two things that we're going to look at, and again this is part of the lab, which is the main heading is the implementing high available Azure IaaS compute architecture, and I'm going to give you this link for your own reference. So let's come back down to our exercise 5. So if you're following up with my labs, we already have the setup. Okay, so if I go to my Azure, reconnect and I minimize this one. So this is the resource group where we have the resources already deployed. We have a application gateway, okay, a storage account, the virtual machine scale set. There could be a couple of instances running, possibly there's one instance running. We have configured our scaling. uh, we looked at custom auto scale, how it works, then we bring it back to manual scale, and I think I need to change it to 2 and save before I start the lab. So let's go back over here, and yeah, that's what it said. On the instance and verify the number of instances decreased to 2 over here. Yeah, on the Azure scaling, we select the manual scale option and select save. Okay, so we have just done that. So we have come back here, we looked at the custom scale. For this lab we're going to use the manual scaling options. Okay, so that's good. So, and here I don't think I need to change that one. I'm just gonna keep it as 1 and come back over here. So this time we're gonna go to the instance plate and observe the process of replacing the existing instances with new ones of the desired size. You may need to refresh instances plate. Okay, so first we're gonna go there and select size and then resize. So come over here. So this is the virtual machine scale set. Okay, so if you look at scaling, we have looked at, we can go to the size. So size will tell you the size of the virtual machine. So the one that is highlighted, that's the size that we are using currently if we deploy a new instance. So if you click on resize, okay, it started resizing. That's weird because we haven't really resizing this. So let's look at over here. Let's select any available size other than the currently configure and select resize. So we have not done that, so let's just give one more second. It shouldn't do anything. It should say, hey, this is the size that is currently you're using, but it's weird that Azure even let me resize to the same size, which is really not a resize, right? So just give me 1 second. As soon as this is done, we'll choose any other available sizes and then we'll click on the resize button one more time. Alright, we are back. So this time let's select something else than what we already have. So here it's telling you we have the currently DS2 V3, so that's available. That's what we are using. So let's change to maybe B2MS. So the it's like real easy. So you just click on resize and it should just resize your instance size to the new one. All right, so come back over here. So it's telling you, uh, wait until the instances are updated and running. And let's see, resize. So that's one we have done. Select the instances entry. Observe the process of replacing existing instance with the new one of the desired size. So at this time, we can go to instances blade and we can just see what is going on. So if I click on this one, let's see if it's telling me if it's using what is it using. So instance ID is SKU standard. Wow, it's already been updated to that standard, right? This is crazy. I wouldn't think that it will be updated so quickly. So let's come back over here, and then I'll go back to our virtual machine scale set. Oh, it was there, right there. And I'm going to look at the size one more time, and it says this size B2MS is currently selected, right? And we looked at the instances. It said the instances is using this particular size. So let's come back to this one. So if I want to go up, so maybe let's choose a more powerful machine this time. So 4 virtual cores and 16 gigs of RAM. If I choose that one and resize it, and let's go back to instances. Instances uh, standard B4MS. Okay, so it used to be B2MS. Now it's using B4. Like it's almost instantly I can uh, update my I mean vertically scale my instances, it looks like. So that's just amazing. I was hoping, or I was thinking that it would probably stop the machine, do something, then resize it, but in this case it's just like almost automatic. Where is the size? One more time, B4MS. So let's change something to say D1 V2. So let's, you are now vertically scaling down. So let's do the resize again and go back over here. Look at this machine and look at that. It's changing like almost instantly, and that's just amazing how quickly you can vertically scale your machine either up or down. Okay, so let's come back over here. Then the next thing, so what we have noticed with the vertical scaling up and down, we didn't even have to stop the machine, restart the machine, nothing like that. It's just happening instantly. Okay, over here for the scale storage resources of Azure Virtual Machine Scale Set, let's see what we can do about the disk. Okay, so let's come back over here, and I think you are gonna go to the main VMS's blade again. So let's come back to this blade and let's go to disk. And what you want to do, you want to add a new disk over here. So let's click on add and attach a new disk. Okay, and we're gonna say LUN is 0, size 32 gigs, and standard HDD. So let's see, so size 0, we're using standard HDD and 32 gigs. And encryption, let me see if they're not just gonna go with default, and we're just gonna save it. So save it, and it's just updating the virtual machine scale set with this additional disk right now. Okay, so if you read this little note over here, the disk attached to the previous step is a raw disk. Before it can be used, it is necessary to create a partition, format it, and mount it. To accomplish this, you will deploy a PowerShell script to Azure Virtual Machine Scale Set instances via the custom script extension. First, however, you will need to remove it. So what we will do, we'll go back to the virtual machine scale set and we'll go to extension and we'll select the custom script extension entry uh, to to first uninstall the extension. Okay, so let's come back over here, and this operation is still going on, so let me just refresh this one more time. uh, let's see over here, updating version. Now it's good now. So now this operation is now successful, so we'll go to the extension and custom script extension. We'll click and we'll uninstall this one first. Okay, so then we'll come back over here, uh, wait for the uninstall to complete. So it usually doesn't take too long, so just wait for a little bit. So here's my notification. If you have noticed, I keep going back to this little tiny icon. It tells me what is going on in the background after I have requested the Azure to perform some kind of action for me. So let's come back over here. We gotta wait for this to be completed, and once that's done, what we'll do, we'll go and select a container. We'll start there as soon as the script is done. So just let me pause for this to be done, and we'll restart the lab in a second. Alright, that extension uninstall is now completed. So what we'll need to do at this time, we'll go back to the resource group. To go back, I'm just going to click the overview, and then here's the resource group. I'm going to click on it. There should be a storage account. This is the storage account. I'm going to go in there, and I'm going to create a container. Okay, well, I have whole bunch. So here the name, I'm going to call it scripts, and it's going to be a private, no anonymous access type container. So container name is scripts private. That's all I need. Just hit on create. So that now I have created a container where I can store my stuff. So in this one, select the scripts and upload. There is a file that we need to upload within that particular container. So come back over here, select scripts, and here I need to click on upload, but I need to figure out what file to upload, and there is a ps file already there, so I need to go to this particular lab folder. So what I need to do, go up, and I'm gonna go back and open up this lab in another window. Go to the labs, and all the files are under 01 folder. So let's come back over here, go down close to the bottom, and if you look at it, 01 folder, select A0 AZ30301E. Then I'm gonna come AZ30301E is this one, configure VMSS with data disk. So click on this one, and you can read it what it's doing. So this one is going to install a Windows feature and install the web server, and then it's going to remove the default IIS, the home page, and it's going to write the default home page with hello world from. It's going to get the computer name and display it to you, and then here it's initializing and formatting and doing everything that you need to properly initialize the disk. So click on raw and save this one in this folder. You can save it wherever you like. So come back over here. So the way we upload files, we click on this tiny little button again, and this button, it's now available. So I'll click on upload. We'll go to downloads and 3031, and that's the file that we need. So now it's uploaded. So let's come back over here. So we have done that. Now we can go back to the virtual machine scale set blade and to the extension again, and then we're going to add one extension. So come over here, we can minimize this one. Oh, sorry. So here we are going to actually upload it to this particular folder, that particular file that I downloaded. So let's come back here. So click and get this one, and just click on upload. So this one is now uploaded to this particular virtual machine, a particular storage account. I'm sorry. So give me 1 second. All right. So far, so what we have done, we have downloaded that file, and we have uploaded that file to this under the script container that we have created. That's within the storage account, and here we have this PS file uh, available for us that we can work with. So now Uh, what we need to do, we need to go back to the resource group, go back to the virtual machine scale set. Now go back to your extensions again. Let's see, extensions, and then add an extension. And from here, you need to do some stuff. So here, uh, we need to select the custom script extension because this is a custom script. So custom script extension, and we probably just need to create the script. So let's come back over here, uh, new resource blade and hit create. Okay, and then from the install extension blade, select browse. So here you just create, so that should create a custom. From here we're gonna select browse, and let's see if we can find uh, the store. Where is my storage account? So here, click on the storage account. Do I have one? No, I don't need to add anything. So I think that might be the storage. Yes, here's the storage account. Here's the script, and that is the script. So make sure, uh, go to that particular script and select. So we are doing the right thing. So come over here, select, and select it. Arguments, do you need to provide any? I don't think so. So just hit OK. Okay, over here. Okay, so we got that. So now it's installing the extension on virtual machine skill set. Okay, once that's done, we are gonna go and take a look at the virtual machine skill set instance at this time. And again, it's saying we may need to refresh the Vmss instance. So let's come back over here and look at my instances, and all they're saying, just look at it, look at this instance. And here, oh, this one actually failed to install that particular instance on virtual machine, has reported failure when processing command execution finished but failed because return a non-zero exists with the command an error because the file does not have a .ps1 extension. Please specify a valid Windows PowerShell. That's not possible. Oh, when it downloaded, it downloaded as dot. No, it downloaded PS1. So let's look at why our extension didn't get processed properly. Come back over here, go over there. The last one failed. That is fine. Go to our extensions, custom script extension, and let's uninstall this one more time, and we're gonna upload it one more time, just to verify that everything that we have is correct. Okay, while this is going on, we are uninstalling. The other thing we can also check is open this one up in another tab, go to the resource group or the storage account, even go to the container, go under scripts, and make sure that it's the right file that we have. See, that ps1.txt is the problem. So let me see if there's a rename option on the file. So let's come back and let's see, view edit. Is it gonna give me a rename option for me? It didn't give me a rename option from here. So let's see, edit metadata. No, metadata is for the metadata. Gee, the rename should be a pretty easy. I have never renamed a file from here. Okay, so if rename is not available, what I'll do, we'll just do it this way. Okay, so let's leave it there. Come back to our GitHub, save as. Gee, it is saved as PS1. I'm not sure why this file it didn't work, so we'll just try to re-upload it one more time. Okay, so come back over here. I'm just gonna delete this file. Okay, then I'm gonna upload the file one more time, select the file, and this is the file that we are uploading. And I'm just making sure if there's anything overwrite file if exists, account key. Here's the problem. When I'm selecting this is automatically getting selected as .txt. Let me think about it, how to fix this problem. Alright, so it seems that when we are downloading the file, it's actually getting saved at .txt. Now, the only thing that I did, I went to the file folder, view, and I enabled the file name extensions window checkbox over here, and it's now showing the recent file. It's actually stored as .ps1.txt, so we cannot use that one. So let's rename this one from here, or let's see, open file location, and then go there, and from here we can definitely rename, I hope. So I just usually double click on the file or single click, and unstable, yes. So that's now a true ps1 file. So now we can go back to our lab, upload that particular file one last time. Hopefully this one is gonna work. Then upload. So now I have that ps1 file. So go back over to our virtual machine skill set, go back to our extensions, and inside the extensions again add, we're gonna add a custom script extension, create a new one, select the right file this time one more time, go back to the scripts folder, get the file, select it, and hit OK, and it should be installing the extension for us. At this time we can go back to the instances and we can see what is going on with it just a little bit. Okay, so just stay here, it still says running, and here if I click on the refresh button, now it says that it's updating. So the storage account, the disk that we have, the disk is still it's being added to this particular machine. Okay, so over here, uh, again I'm just checking what is going on over here, then again come back over here to this blade, again to the instances blade, and it says over here successfully installed that extension where we had everything uh, that we needed to successfully format and attach the disk that we created with this particular virtual machine skill set instance. Okay, so it's taking just a little bit of time. Now it says running. So if you go in there, you should have everything. Like go to disk. Now here's the disk that we just added, 32 gigs. It's now added to the virtual machine. So again, in this one as well, when we're adding storage, it didn't restart the machine. It just said updating, but machine was still in a running state, and it just added to the running instance. So that's, I think, all that we need to cover in this particular lab. And since the lab is now completely done, I am going to get rid of all the resources I have created in this lab. So what I'll recommend, if you are just visiting this particular video, go back and start at the very beginning, because I gave a lot of introductory uh, uh, guidance what exactly we wanted to achieve in our 5-part video series for this particular lab. So you have a lot of good coverage of what are the different availability options and all that if you just follow these videos. If you're studying for this 303 exam, again, good luck, and please leave your comments about how to improve the video contents that I'm doing. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, please subscribe, and share the video with your friends. Thank you for watching.